Endicott?
What's the matter, Vinnie?
Your father.
What about him?
Another one of his attacks. The worst one yet.
Where is he, Vinnie?
On the tennis court, Mrs. Endicott. Connie's with him.
Freddie, get Dr. Wilson. Hurry.
Freddie, how are you fixed for husbands? Sure, I'm proposing, baby. You interested? It's no gag, doll. Look, meet me at the Reefs Bar in half an hour, and I'll prove it. Yeah, and bring some extra clothes. Something a bride would wear.
Max Factor, creator of sheer genius, the matte finish makeup in a tube, presents tonight's Michael Shayne.
Hey, Willie. Willie Meade. Have you tried the new Gillette Super Blue Blade?
Say, hey, I've been talking up ever since.
That's my boy. Just try that Super Blue Blade once, and you'll get the real inside on shaving speed and comfort that, believe me, you just can't touch.
And clean, man, clean.
That's for sure, Willie, and you get such comfort you scarcely know you're shaving. Super Blue Blade edges are new, brand new, made by a process exclusive with Gillette, and the blade fits any Gillette razor. You get a supply of Super Blues with the new Gillette adjustable razor that adjusts to your skin and beard and gives you the kind of shave you want with a twist of the dial.
Get the Gillette adjustable razor with Super Blue blades for $1.95 or a dispenser of 10 for 69 cents, 15 for $1. Another Gillette product, Right Guard Power Spray Deodorant. 2 seconds gives you 24-hour protection.
Waiting long?
All my life.
Will it be, Mr. Endicott?
Nothing, Barney. We're not staying.
Can't we celebrate a little?
Later. My plane's all gassed up and waiting. We're flying to Alabama.
Alabama?
Yeah, land of sweet magnolias and quick marriages. Come on, drink up. We'll fly back here after the ceremony and honeymoon at my beach house, okay?
Our beach house.
Yeah, just like old times.
Only better. Mrs. Freddie Endicott.
Come on, let's go.
Bye, Barney.
Yeah, see you, kid.
Oh, my suitcase.
Barney, who's the girl with Endicott?
Topaz McQueen. He can really pick 'em.
Pick him. With his money, he can grow him.
Just talk to the paper.
Old man Endicott's in the hospital. Another heart attack.
His son just left here
Our noble editor wants you to cover it. He's Freddie Endicott here?
with a dame.
Well, that figures. He wouldn't be without one.
If his father's in the hospital, maybe he doesn't know about it yet.
Or maybe he's celebrating. Another one.
you with Freddie Endicott?
None of your stinking business.
Okay, Mr. Endicott, inside.
Aren't you forgetting your place, Mr. Caretaker?
My place is to take care of you. Keep you from disgracing the whole family.
Does that include Mother?
Inside.
Then there's no change at all, Dr. Wilson? I see. But you will let me know, won't you? Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be waiting right here for your call. Thank you, Doctor.
Well, here's to his long life.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Freddie.
And my fun-loving stepmother?
He won't try it again, Mrs. Endicott. I took his car keys.
It's real cozy, the way you two work together.
I asked Vinnie to bring you back here, if that's what you mean. Honestly, Freddie, what would it look like? Your father on his deathbed and you running off to marry a cheap little tramp?
It's in the blood. My father married one, too.
Watch your mouth.
Vinnie?
Don't talk to her like that.
Let him go. Freddie, this is going to be a very difficult time for both of us. Isn't there some way that we could get along together?
Why bother?
Because we happen to be part of the same family.
Don't blame me for that.
Freddie, I wish there was some way I could make you understand how much I love your father.
Sure. He's a real catch. He's 20 years older than you, and he's 20 million bucks richer.
Why is it, Freddie? Everything you say and do and think always comes out cheap and dirty.
Don't talk to him, Laura. He isn't worth it.
Oh, it's Laura, is it? Of course, the old man knows about that. Or maybe that's what's caused his heart attack. Careful, Mother. You'll ruin your manicure.
Get out.
I don't know what to do, Vinnie.
I do. I've always known.
Connie?
Where you been?
I just came back from the hospital.
How's the old man?
No better, no worse. I wish I knew how to help him.
Have you been at the hospital all this time?
Yes?
My father really means a lot to you, doesn't he?
He gave my brother a job when he needed it the most. He gave us both a home. Something we've never had before. I've been very happy here.
Any special reason? Connie, how would you like to be my father's daughter-in-law?
What are you talking about?
I'm asking you to marry me, Connie.
Just like that?
I've been thinking about it for years.
Freddie, you shouldn't joke about a thing like that.
You still think I'm joking?
I don't know what to say. I no idea.
We've been living under the same roof for 6 years, ever since you and Vinnie came to work here. I've tried everything possible to avoid falling in love with you, but no dice.
You never gave me a hint.
I was afraid you might laugh at me.
Laugh at you? I've loved you ever since you first helped me with my algebra homework.
Marry me, Connie. Now, right now.
Oh, your father, we can't run off and leave him the way he is.
This is what he's always wanted. A girl like you for a daughter-in-law. Connie, this may be just what he needs. I know it's what I need.
Come on. Let's tell Vinnie.
No. I mean, not now.
But I want him to know. I want everyone to know.
No. People have been making decisions for me all my life. I want this one to be all mine. All ours. My plane's all ready to go. We'll fly to Alabama tonight.
All right, I'll get some clothes.
You'll take your car because, well, mine's on the blink.
I'll meet you in the garage in a few minutes.
Hurry, baby. I've waited too long already.
Dear Vinnie, it's like a dream come true. The next time you see me, I'll be Mrs. Freddie Endicott, Jr. Isn't it wonderful? Love, Connie.
It's 7 o'clock. Do you have any idea what time they left?
No. Miserable little punk. He doesn't care about Connie.
We've got to find them, Vinnie.
I'll call the cops. Tell them he's kidnapped my sister.
Don't be ridiculous. The newspapers would have a field day.
Laura, for all we know, they could be married already.
If we find them in time, we can get her to know.
If I find him, I'll kill that lousy kid.
You're hardly the one to look for them.
What kind of a crack is that?
I was only considering that temper of yours, Vinnie. I just hate to complicate this mess with a murder.
Shayne?
That's right.
My name's Pico, Vinnie Pico. I got to see you. It's important.
My office hours are from 9 to 5.
I tried your office. I got a blank check for you. Signed by Mrs. Frederick Endicott, Sr.
Well, I guess I could extend my working day. Come on in.
It's the kid, Freddie Endicott. You know him?
Only by the gossip columns.
He just ran off with my sister to get married.
Was that good or bad?
We gotta find him for us, Shayne. We gotta stop that marriage. Any price you want. Just write the amount on the check.
Why didn't Mrs. Endicott bring me this herself?
Her husband's real sick. You gonna help us or not?
Sorry, Pico. I don't like playing tag with newlyweds.
You gotta take this job, Shayne.
Careful, Junior. You're wrinkling my skin. Excuse me. Shayne speaking?
Mr. Shayne, this is Mrs. Endicott. Has my man been to see you yet?
Yes, he has.
I do hope you'll take the assignment, Mr. Shayne. If Vinnie gets to them first, I'm afraid he might do something drastic.
How drastic?
He has a violent temper. In the mood he's in, I'm afraid he might kill Freddie.
Come on, Shayne, hurry up.
Vinnie's capable of it, Mr. Shayne. He's killed before.
What do you think you're doing?
I told you, we don't have time to fool around. What are you doing?
The police can find those newlyweds and keep you under wraps.
I wasn't asking for trouble. I was asking for help.
Homicide. Will Gentry.
Homicide, McCord.
Mac, this is Shayne. Is Will there?
Mike, he's not in now. Can I take a message?
Yeah. When he comes back, tell him there's a strong-arm character named Vinnie Pico on the loose. He's out to tie a knot in Freddie Endicott's throat.
Okay, Mike, I'll tell him.
Eat your lunch. Okay. Oh, something leaked. Every time I put a tomato or a pickle in, there's a leaky mess.
You should wrap your lunch in new handy wrap. It won't leak. Sandwiches stay fresher.
Right. Clear new handy wrap really protects sandwiches. Won't let moisture in or out. Watch. I'm pouring table salt into this cup lined with handy wrap. Now I'll plunge it into boiling water. Imagine what would happen with ordinary sandwich wrap. But handy wrap simply won't leak. Really locks in freshness. See? Not a hint of moisture. The salt still pours freely. Yes, handy wrap locks in freshness so you can make sandwiches the night before. Giant 100-foot roll wraps 100 sandwiches, yet handy wrap is economically priced like wax paper. Yes, you get 100 feet of handy wrap economically priced like wax paper.
Handy Wrap, product of the Dow Chemical Company.
How's old man Endicott?
He's still on the critical list. You know, I feel like a vulture sitting around that hospital waiting for the old guy to check out.
Well, his son isn't doing any waiting.
What do you mean?
Came in a little while ago. Wire service bulletin.
Married?
Tonight.
The bride identified as the former Constance Pico. Well, what about Topaz McQueen?
She's probably still waiting at the Reef's bar.
Nice guy. He's one dame wedding while he marries another. Hey, Tim, you know I could write a whale of a feature story about this.
I'm sure you could. But I've just written it. See you in the morning, kid.
Time, Miss McQueen.
I'm busy, Barney. Close up without me.
I have to put the glasses away.
Later. I'm building myself a monument. A monument. Something to remember me by. A teeter-totter. Appropriate, huh?
If it's a teeter-totter, why doesn't it go up and down?
I don't know. Sometimes I'm up. And sometimes I'm down. Up and down, up and down.
If we don't close up, we lose our license.
You don't need a license to ride a teeter-totter. Up and down. Story of my life.
I'll call you a cab.
No, I'm waiting for Freddie.
Miss McQueen, it's almost 2 a.m. He won't come back at this hour.
We'll go to the beach house, he said. Our beach house. Hey, Barney, let's close up this place, and we'll go down to Freddie's beach house, and we'll sit there, and we'll wait for him. Huh?
I'd like to. Some other time, Miss McQueen.
Barney, it's a beautiful beach house. Down there's the ocean. And up there's the moon and the stars. And inside, there's a fireplace. Over there. And over there is a hi-fi set. And on that wall, there's a gun case. With pistols and rifles.
Mr. Endicott wouldn't have left you without a reason. Your suitcase, Miss McQueen. You better call a taxi.
Let's find that car of yours.
Ready? Let's call the hospital and see how your father is.
Well, it seems to me we left it. Yeah, we'll do that at the beach house. Uh-huh. The hangar crew's been at work.
Good. Now everyone will know in Miami that I'm Mrs. Freddie Endicott.
Come on. To the beach house.
Dream time.
Oh, no, baby. This is for real.
No, it's a dream. The loveliest dream of my life. I've got you, and the whole world is mine.
Most of the world, anyway. Whatever the old man leaves behind.
Oh, I wasn't talking about money.
Oh, might as well. Now that I'm a married man, I'll be getting all that's coming to me.
Now that you're married?
Oh, didn't I tell you? My father has a clause in his will. I don't inherit a dime unless I'm a married man.
What?
Sure, he thinks a wife will settle me down, give me a new sense of responsibility, a mature point of view.
Is that why you married me?
A beautiful broad, a few $1,000,000 bucks. Can you think of any better reason?
Sudden proposal. Big rush. You had to make it legal before your father died. That's it, isn't it?
Now, take it easy, baby. Now, wait a minute, Connie.
Let go of me. You got what you wanted.
Calm down. Will you calm down? Now, look. That estate is big enough to keep us both happy. As soon as I get it, I'll see that you get a nice fat settlement. Meantime, you might as well enjoy. Keys. Don't run off without your car.
Hey, Mr. Endicott, congratulations. I hear you just got married. Is that your brand new bride?
Yeah. Give change, Doc.
out of order, Mike.
You wake me up to tell me that I like it that way.
Will Gentry wants to see you.
At 4 in the morning? Oh, McCord, you're sick.
Freddie Endicott's a lot sicker. He's been murdered.
Hmm? Where?
At his beach house.
Okay. See you later. I'll get dressed. How did it happen, Will?
Body was found in the doorway. The shots came from inside.
So the killer was waiting for him, huh?
Yeah. Even helped himself to the murder weapon.
Someone hear the shots?
No, the hi-fi was playing too loud. One of the neighbors came down to complain about it.
Any idea how that glass was broken?
Pushed in, kicked in, I don't know.
Have to be a ballet dancer to kick this high.
Now, look, Mike, I didn't bring you down here to solve this case. I only...
No trouble at all. It just takes a little time.
Just tell me what you know about Vinnie Pico.
I told you on the phone after he slugged me. He wanted to hire me to keep Freddie from marrying his sister.
You said he threatened to kill Freddie.
But you wouldn't listen.
I'm listening now.
Well, if I were you, I'd call on Mrs. Endicott.
Why?
Because Vinnie works for her. And this is her check.
Made out to you, her signature, but no amount filled in.
Mm-hmm. Mind if I tag along?
Yes.
Well, I've got to return this, don't I?
You were willing to pay any price to prevent that marriage, Mrs. Endicott. Mind telling me why?
Because Freddie was being so unfair to the girl.
Unfair how?
You see, my husband's will states that Freddie must be married before he can inherit his share of the estate. Well, that's the only reason why Freddie wanted to marry Connie.
You mean you signed a blank check just to keep things fair?
Is that a crime, Mr. Shayne?
How does Freddie's marriage affect your share of the estate?
I don't like your insinuations.
But if Freddie hadn't married, you'd inherit everything, wouldn't you?
Lieutenant, my husband is close to death. My stepson has been murdered, and I've had very little sleep, and I don't have any more patience to listen to this man.
Your excuse, Mike? I'll write to you every day. Now, Mrs. Endicott, I understand that Vinnie Pico and your stepson didn't get along together. Is that right?
Well, I wouldn't say that exactly. You see, my husband assigned Vinnie to take care of Freddie, sort of a combination bodyguard and babysitter. It was very difficult for both of them.
Where was the bodyguard when Freddie was killed?
Well, I don't know, but I'm sure he had nothing to do with this murder.
That isn't what you told me on the phone.
Mike!
Sir.
You told Shayne that Pico might kill Freddie if he found him.
Well, I was exaggerating. It was just...
Were you?
At that point, I wanted your help, Mr. Shayne.
Now, we're right back where we started, Will. How does Freddie's marriage affect Mrs. Endicott's share of the estate?
Endicott? It has no effect at all.
Lieutenant, this is Miss Pico, Vinnie's sister.
And Freddie's bride.
Something like that.
You don't seem very upset, Connie.
I've been crying for the last few hours, Mrs. Endicott.
For Freddie.
And for me. For being stupid and naive. And letting myself get drunk on a lot of dreams.
And when did you leave the beach house?
I didn't go to the beach house. I left Freddie in the airport parking lot when I found out why he married me.
And now that you know, what are you going to do about it?
The marriage never got any further than the airport. As far as I'm concerned, it never happened.
But, Connie, you are still legally Mrs. Freddie Endicott.
I don't want any part of him. Not his name, not his money, not his inheritance, nothing. I'll sign any document you like. I'd even sign away my memories if I could.
Mike, where are you going?
Do you remember, Lieutenant? I've been excused. Mike Shayne, Connie. I was with Lieutenant Gentry downstairs. I realize you're upset, Connie, but this is pretty important.
I don't know what's important anymore.
Your brother is a murder suspect. Is that important to you?
Vinnie? No. It's all wrong.
He killed a man before, didn't he?
That was an accident.
Suppose you tell me about it.
Well, it was about a year ago. There was a prowler. Vinnie didn't mean to kill the man. He hit him and knocked him down. Prowler didn't get up.
And what happened?
Well, Vinnie was cleared by the police. Killing that man did something to him.
You think he's capable of killing again?
Oh, no. There's a difference, Mr. Shayne, between an accident and murder.
Connie, where did you go after you left Freddie?
Well, I already told the police. I just drove around, trying to calm down.
Did you come back here at all?
Here? No, why?
You might have been looking for Vinnie.
I wish I knew where he was.
So do the police.
Mike?
Good morning, Joe. You're up early.
Haven't been to sleep yet.
Where's Tim?
Give a reporter a byline, and right away he thinks he should sleep at night.
Relax, Joe. Your day will come.
Maybe it's today. Is Gentry giving out any secrets?
Afraid not.
Maybe I can make a deal. He gives me a story, I'll give him a suspect.
Huh? Who?
The woman scorned, Topaz McQueen.
With a name like that, no wonder she's scored. How and where?
Freddie Endicott was with her at the Reef's bar yesterday. And he left her high and dry and eloped with that Pico dame.
How do I find her?
Stand in a corner and whistle.
Thanks, Joe.
Michael Shayne office.
Good morning, Lucy. They're bright and early.
Good morning.
I'd like you to locate someone for me. A girl named Topaz McQueen.
You're kidding.
Now, that's it. Topaz McQueen.
Hold on a minute. Mike, did you say McQueen?
That's it. Topaz.
She lives at 274 Windsor Street.
Hey, now, wait a minute. Don't tell me you know her.
Never heard of her before.
Well, then how did you know her address?
She's in the telephone book.
Sorry, I asked. Look, if you want me, I'll be over there, Lucy.
Okay, Mike.
Take a sip of this. Come on, little hair of the dog.
That dog must be bald by now. Who are you?
Mike Shayne. I'm a private investigator. You like talking a little?
About what?
Freddie Endicott. He's dead, Topaz.
Well, he's dead with me.
He's with everyone. He was murdered last night.
Are you kidding? Bobs like Freddie don't get murdered. They get hated to death.
I'm not kidding, Topaz. He was shot, killed at his beach house last night.
Excuse me. I'm gonna be sick.
You said hair of the dog, not the whole animal. Come on. Let's try to pull the pieces together, huh? Sit down.
Mr. Shayne, you gotta help me.
I want to, Topaz.
I was at the beach house last night.
When?
After the bars closed. I thought Freddie might show up.
Did you go inside?
For a little while. Then I started to get mad. So I left.
Police are going to find out that you were there.
I know. They'll think I killed him.
Did you?
No.
You had a good reason to.
Mr. Shayne, killing Freddie would be like scrambling the golden egg. He had everything I wanted. Everything. Big name, fine family, all the money that money can buy. Freddie and I, we understood each other. Just a couple of no-good-nicks, you know?
Yeah. I know.
Who am I kidding? Do I look like the kind of a girl you take home to your mother? If I even suggest it to a man, he runs off and joins the PTA. He knows I can't find him there.
Where did Freddie run off to?
He didn't. Vinnie, what's-his-name, came and dragged him off someplace.
And he didn't come back?
I thought he would. I really did. You gotta help me, Mr. Shayne.
How?
The police. They'll believe you.
Come on, answer.
Who's there?
Please, open up. Miss McQueen, You again?
My name's Shayne. That's Miss McQueen.
Miss McQueen, I'm taking you in on suspicion of murder.
Mr. Shayne, tell him, please.
Answer, Mac.
Yes? To your office, Mike.
You get your phone calls here, too?
Hello, Lucy.
Mike, you've got to get over here right away.
Mac.
Everything. Please, Mike, hurry as fast as you...
Lucy. Lucy, hello.
Wait a minute, where are you going? Tail him, Mac. Let's go, Miss McQueen.
The door, Shayne. Sorry I gotta do things this way.
Yeah, you look broken-hearted. You okay, Lucy?
It's just that gun. Gives me the creeps.
The only way I can make you listen.
Okay, talk.
I want you to step out of this case.
I'm not in it.
Everywhere I turn, you're in it.
Only as a witness. And I can testify against you, Pico.
I'm not a murderer.
No, of course not. That gun's just a charm for your bracelet.
I'm asking you one simple favor. Get out of this case while you can. Go take a trip somewhere.
Sorry, I'd be homesick.
What do you want, Shayne? Money? I'll see that Laura gives you all the dough you need.
Laura? Oh, now, you don't mean Mrs. Endicott, do you?
You better do like I say, Shayne. I mean it.
Why are you so anxious to get rid of me, Pico?
You know too much about me. You know too much about everybody.
Who, Connie? Laura? You and Mrs. Endicott must be in this thing together.
Shut up.
She supplies the money, you supply the muscle.
I said shut up.
Mike, be careful.
Old man Endicott dying, young Freddie Endicott dead. It's the difference between just being plain rich and very, very rich.
One more word, Shayne. Just one more lousy word.
Mike, please.
Good thing you don't wear snowshoes. You'd never get up again.
Oh, I had a little help.
Who is he, Mike?
Vinnie Pico. And he didn't kill Freddie Endicott.
How do you know?
He told me.
I'll take him in anyway, just for insurance. On your feet.
You're making a mistake, Mike. He came here to scare me off the case.
Sure, you know too much about him.
If he killed Freddie, he'd be miles away by now. He's protecting someone else.
You don't know what you're talking about, Shayne. All right, let's go. What for? We'll start with double parking and work up.
Someone who isn't a killer, he sure has a fatal look about him.
Come on, Cinderella. Give me your foot. To be a ballet dancer to kick this on. Yeah. Excuse me.
Hey, you've got my shoe.
Oh.
How did you get in here?
The maid let me in.
She didn't announce you?
I asked her not to.
Mr. Shayne.
I think you and Connie better get down to police headquarters. Vinnie's just been charged with the murder.
Vinnie? But he didn't do it. I can't believe that.
Lieutenant Gentry thinks he did.
What about that Topaz woman?
She's in the clear. And Vinnie's just about ready to sign that confession.
Pico.
Well, Vinnie, what have you got to say about it?
I think it's a frame.
You do, huh? It's evidence.
Doesn't mean a thing. She couldn't have killed Freddie.
Why not?
Because I killed him.
How?
Well, I knew he'd be at the beach house. I waited there for him.
How did you break the glass in the gun case?
With my elbow, like this. I didn't want to marry Connie. She's too good for a crumb like him.
That the only reason?
No. I didn't want him claiming all that money. I wanted it. For Laura and myself.
Ready to sign a confession?
Yeah. I'll sign anything you want.
Send in a stenographer.
Well, Vinnie's signing the confession.
That can't be true. He couldn't have done it.
Who made him confess?
Not who, Connie. This. The heel of this shoe was used to break the glass in the gun case. Notice the scratches back here? Little slivers of glass in the heel? And it belongs to the killer.
Vinnie is protecting me. He's always protected me.
You can forget Vinnie's confession, Will. We've got a better one.
No better. Just a little more truthful.
What is all this?
Don't listen to her, Lieutenant.
It's too late, Vinnie.
You killed Freddie?
He took my dream, made it come to life. And then he turned it into mud and threw it in my face! Do you understand?
I guess I don't value my dreams as much as you do.
Maybe you're just lucky.
Please forgive me, Vinnie.
Come along, Connie.
Shayne, she's a good kid. You'll give her a break?
Well, he's not exactly a big brother, but I'm sure he'll do his best.
Hey, Mike, what tipped you to the shoe bit?
Lucy, when she started waving her shoe like a shillelagh, the light bulb went on.
I still don't dig it.
But when Connie showed up after the murder, she was wearing a blue dress with blue shoes.
Great. Now he's a couturier.
Oh, now, Tim, don't use that kind of language in front of Lucy.
What Mike means is she was wearing a blue dress with shoes to match.
That's right. When I saw her up in her room, she changed shoes to a pair that didn't match.
Nobody who was anybody would be found dead in shoes that didn't match an outfit.
Hey, Tim, I got a plaid jacket at home I wear with suede shoes. Burn it, kid.
has been a 4-star production.